asked, "Where is our boy?" Rajani explained how he had been too demanding and she had sent him to bed without kachoris. "No, we should make them for him," his father replied. And he woke over and personally cooked puris and kachoris for him. Gormon was always lenient with Ahoy and careful to see that his son got whatever he wanted. When Gauramohan returned home at night, it was his practice to take a little puffed rice, and Avoy would also sometimes sit with his father eating puffed rice. Once, at a cost of 6 rupees, Gauramohan bought Avoy a pair of shoes imported from England. And each year, through a friend who travelled back and forth from Kashmir, Gauramohan would present his son a Kashmiri shawl with a fancy hand-sewn border. One day in the market, Abhay saw a toy gun he wanted. His father said no, and Abhay started to crow, "All right, all right." Gauramohan said, and he bought the gun. Then Abhay wanted another gun. "You already have one," his father said. "Why do you want another one?" "One for each hand," Abhay cried, and he lay down in the street, kicking his feet. When Gauramohan agreed to get the second gun, Abhay was pacified. Prabhuji, do you want me to continue or I will stop?
Yeah, that's fine, Mataji. Thank you very much. Yeah, we can
Thank
continue
you.
from the next.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. We'll start with the Kirtan. Anybody wants to sing Kirtan?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranam. Welcome back.
Pranam. Yeah. Can you start the Kirtan, please?
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Prajajana Randana. Yashodanandana Prajajana Randana. Yamuna Tira Vanashari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Giridhari Bhagavan ki jai.
Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Hare Bol. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Jaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktiravati Naistaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Nama Pangajanabhaya Nama Pangajamadine Nama Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangri Vasudeva Paraveda Vasudeva Paramada Vasudeva Parayoga Vasudeva Parakriya Vasudeva Paranyanam Vasudeva Paratapa Vasudeva Paradharmo Vasudeva Paragati. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 16, Text number 17. Is it right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Today we are reading from Chapter 16, Text number 17. That is praise of King Prithu by the professional reciters. Matar Bhakti Para Strishu Patnyam Ardaivatmanaha Prajasu Pitravat Snigdaha Kinkaro Brahmavadinam Matar Bhakti Para Strishu Patnyam Ardaivatmanaha Prajasu Pitravat Snigdaha Kinkaro Brahmavadinam. Sorry. Matra Bhakti Parastreshu Patnyam Ardha Ivatmanaha Prajashu Pitravat Snigdaha Kinkaro Brahmavadinam. Anybody wants to try, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Please carry on.
Matri Bhakti Parastrishu Patniyam Ardha Ivatmana Prajashu Pitrivat Snigdaha Kinkaro Brahmavadinam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I am also fine.
Thank you. Carry on, carry on.
Matri bhakti parastrishu patnamartha ivatmanaha prajashu pitrivat snigdha kinkaro brahmavadina.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Please carry on. Thank you.
Mati bhakti parastrishu patnyam ardha ivatmanaha prajashu pitrivat snigdha kinkaro brahmavadinam.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Let me try, Prabhu.
Yeah, please.
Matar Bhakti Parastresu Patnyam Ardha Vivatmana Prajasu Pitravet Snigdha Kinkaro Brahmavadinam.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Krishna.
Anybody else? Okay. Madhra Bhakti Paratreshu Padnyamardavatmanaha Rajashu Pitravat Snigdha Kinkaro Brahmavadinam. Anybody wants to try the synopsis and the translation?
Hare Krishna.
Please carry on, Prabhu.
Matri Bhakti, as respectful as one is to his mother, Parastrishu to other women,
Yeah.
Patniyam to his own wife, Ardha,
Okay.
half, Eva, like, Atmana, of his body, Prajashu, unto the citizen, Pitrivat, like a father, Snigdha, affectionate, Kinkara, servant, Brahmavadinam, of the devotees who preach the glories of the Lord.
Thank you.
Translation by Srila
Yeah,
Prabhupada.
please carry on. Yeah.
The king will respect all women as if they were his own mother, and he will treat his own wife as the other half of his body. He will just like an affectionate father to his citizen, and he will treat himself as the most obedient servant of the devotees who always praise the glories of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Anybody wants to read the purport?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I am ready.
Please carry on.
A learned man treats all women except his wife as his mother, looks on others' property as garbage in the street, and treats others as he would treat his own self. These are the symptoms of a learned person as described by Chanakya Pandit. This should be the standard of education. Education doesn't mean having academic degrees only. One should execute what he has learned in his personal life. These learned characteristics were verily manifest in the life of King Prithu. Although he was the king, he treated himself as a servant of the Lord's devotees. According to Vedic etiquette, if a devotee came to a king's palace, the king would immediately offer his own seat to him. The word Brahmavadina is very significant. Brahmavadi refers to the devotees of the Lord. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan are the different terms for the Supreme Person, and the Supreme Brahman is Lord Krishna. This is accepted in Bhagavad Gita 10.12 by Arjuna, Param Brahma Param Dhama. Thus, the word Brahmavadinam refers to the devotees of the Lord. The state should always serve the devotees of the Lord, and the ideal state should conduct itself according to the instructions of the devotee. Because King Prithu followed this principle, he is highly praised. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Om Ajnanatimira Jananjana Salakaya Chachurudmilidam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandegam Sri Guru Sri Yudapada Kamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Sagagana Raghunathanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadudam Parijanasagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagagana Lalitam Sri Visakam Vitancha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Ushabano Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyacha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prajarine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Canto 4, chapter 16, text number 17. Madhur Bhakti Para Strishu Atnyayam Ardhavatmanaha Prajasu Pitravat Snigdha Kinkaro Brahmavadinam. Hare Krishna. For the last few days, we have been reading the glories of Prithu Maharaj as recited by the professional readers. The professional readers, reciters were encouraged by the sages to perform certain duty by the professional readers. We may be wondering, who are all these professional readers? Though it has not been mentioned in this purport or in the verses, there are three types of professional reciters in the upper planetary system. They are called Suta, Magadha, and Vandi. Like we have heard about Charanas, Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas. Like that, they are also the type of demigods whose duty is to recite the glories of the Lord always. And they themselves say that we are unable to glorify the Lord fully, adequately. But nonetheless, they have a transcendental taste to do that. We all know that King Prithu was the Satyavesh avatar of Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is not only Satyavesh avatar, but he is also a pure devotee of the Lord. Therefore, there is no end for his transcendental qualities. There is no end for his transcendental qualities. As we all know that King Prithu was appeared from the dead body of King Vena. When Vena was put into death by the sages, and his mother Sunita kept the body, preserved the body of Vena for some time. And from that body, they churned the body of King Vena. From that body, there are three personalities appeared. One is Bahuka, and the sages rejected that appearance. And second one is King Prithu, is nothing but the plenary expansion of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And next is Mother Archi. So she is the expansion of the goddess of fortune. So these three personalities appeared from the body of Vena. The sages thinking that the constitution of, or the governing the universe has to continue. That's why the Lord appeared from the body of Vena. As we all know, God can appear from anywhere. The God appeared as a full-grown youth, not as a baby. He appeared not as a baby. He appeared as a full-grown youth from the body of Vena. So also Archi, full-grown youth. So God can appear from anywhere, from any time. He can appear anywhere. That is the inconceivable potency of the Lord. It shows the inconceivable potency of the Lord. So in the purport, Prabhupada say that a learned man treats all women except his wife as his mother. Looks on others' property as garbage in the street. We have learned in Ishopanishad that Ishavasya principle. Ishavasya principle is applicable for an ideal person, ideal king. He looks at the other's property as a garbage. Ishavasham idam sarvam yatkin jagadya jagam dene takte bujjataga magrida suvidadhanam. So these reciters started glorifying the Lord, glorifying Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has appeared in the form of King Prithu. These reciters are also mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 10th canto or 90th chapter. There is also mentioning about these reciters. It says that Ubhagiyamano Gandharvair Mridanga Panavaganakam Vidyabir Mudavinam Suda Magda Vanditahe. Ubhagiyamano Gandharvair Mridanga Panavanakan Vadyabir Mudavina Vinam Suta Magada Vanditaha. Though these reciters are called Suda, Magada, and Vandi. Their duty is to praise the Lord always, 24/7. They have to praise the Lord always. And sometime later in the chapter, Maharaj Pradhu take an objection. Why you are praising me? I have not done anything. I just appeared. Why you are praising me? You don't know my qualities. So Maharaj Prithu rejected all these reciters' description. But even then, they started describing him, how he is going to govern, how he is going to be. So how he is going to govern the universe, how he is going to behave, how he is going to behave with the people, how he is going to manage the people. Okay, a learned man treats all women except his wife as his mother, looks upon others' property as garbage in the street. So these professional reciters continue to glorify the king Prithu. As we all know that in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 16, Lord has mentioned about all the 26 qualities of a divine qualities. 26 divine qualities. It starts from Abhayam Sattva Samasuddhir Jnana Yoga Vyavastitaha Danam Dama Danam Yachacha Samastir Taba Arjavam. Like that, 26 qualities as we mentioned. All these qualities are appeared in King Prithu. So also in the chapter 13 of Bhagavad Gita, verse number 8 to 12, we have learned that is Amanitvam Madambitvam Ahimsa Shanti Narjavam Ajoryopasanam Saucham Thairam Atmani Vigraha Indriyarteshu Vairagyam. So we have all learned that because all these 26 qualities of divine qualities and the knowledge of 20 qualities of knowledge is already manifested in King Prithu. That's why these professional reciters are praising the Lord, praising King Prithu, praising the King Prithu. And this should be, this is the standard, there are symptoms of, he is the learned person as described by Chanak Pandita. This should be standard of education. Education does not mean having academic degree only. One should execute what he has learned in his personal life. These learned characteristics are verily manifest in the life of King Prithu. So we are going to see all this manifestation of the good qualities of King Prithu later on, later part of the chapter, we are going to see that. Although he was the king, he treated himself as a servant of the Lord. See, as we already told you, he is not only the Satyavesha Avatar, but he is the pure devotee of the Lord. Pure devotee of the Lord. The king would immediately offer his own seat to others. So it is like we can compare King Prithu and the comparison between King Prithu and Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj was so humble to his devotees, to the devotees. Like that, King Prithu shows Aham Bhakta Pradino, Hai Swadandra Iva Duja. Sadhubhi Grashta Hridayo, Bhaktir Bhakta Janapriya. So, the devotees of the Lord are more dear to me. That's what he says. If a devotee came to the king's palace, the king would immediately offer his own seat. The word then next comes. Brahmavadinam is very significant in this verse. Brahmavadi refers to the devotee of the Lord, Lord. That is, the person who are realized Brahman is called Brahmavadi. They are more of the intricacies of the Vedic than the realization of the Bhagavan. So they are called Brahmavadi. Though they are the devotees of the Lord, they help others to realize Supreme Personality God. That is the characteristics of Brahmavadi. In one of the Prabhupada has mentioned who is a Brahmavadi in his book, Krishna book, in chapter, I just came across that chapter 86, he has mentioned about who is a Brahmavadi. I just read out that the explanation given by Srila Prabhupada. It goes like this. After testing Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Bhrigu Muni returned to the assembly of great sages on the bank of river Saraswati and described his experience. So, till now, Bhrigumuni was a Brahmavadi. He is the realization of the Brahman only. After hearing him with great attention, the sages concluded that all of the predominating deities, Lord Vishnu is certainly the greatest. In Srimad Bhagavatam, these great sages are described as Brahmavadina. Brahmavadina means that those who talk about the absolute truth, but have not yet come to the conclusion. So they have not come to the conclusion of the Bhagavan. Generally, Brahmavadi refers to the impersonalists or to those who are students of the Vedas. Yeah, they are the more bothered about the Vedas and this explanation, but they are not bothered about the realization of the Paramatma. There is the Paramatma or realization of the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan. It is to be understood, therefore, that all the gathered sages were serious students of the Vedic literature, but not come to the definite conclusion as to who is the supreme absolute personality of God. But after hearing from Bhrigu Muni's experience, you all know that story of Bhrigu Muni. He meets with Brahma, he meets with Lord Shiva, and last he go to Lord Vishnu, and how all the three personalities treat him. So from that he realizes the Bhagavan. Hearing Bhrigu Muni's experience in meeting all the predominating deities, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and Lord Vishnu, the sages concluded that Lord Vishnu is the supreme truth, the personality of Godhead. So this is the explanation given by Srila Prabhupada in his Krishna book. So Brahmavadi is only the people who are realized the Brahman, but yet come to the conclusion of the realization of the supreme personality of Godhead. They are more onto the they are the students of the Vedas. They are the critics of the Vedas. They are more explanation giving explanation to the Vedas. That's why they are called Brahmavadis. So that's what Prabhupada explained there. That the word Brahmavadina for the devotee, they are also devotee of the Lord. The state should always be served the devotees of the Lord. And he says that state should serve the devotees of the Lord. The Brahmanas, the Vaishnavas are given importance in the administration of the society. So the king would take the advices from the Brahmanas or Vaishnavas to govern the state. So that's what Prithu Maharaj has taken the step toward the governing the universe, taking the advice of the Brahmavadis, taking the advice of the Brahmanas, taking the advice of the Vaishnavas to rule over the universe. And the ideal state should conduct itself according to the instruction of the devotee. So these are all the devotees. So he should manage the affairs of the state according to the advices of this, not only the ministers, but also the advices of the Brahmanas or Vaishnavas. So the king Prithu was called ideal king and the devotee of the Lord. So that's what the professional reciters started glorifying the Lord, how he is managing the universe, how he is taking the advices of the Brahmanas, how he is taking the treating his devotees like him, as equal as him. These are all the explained by Prabhupada in this verse as well as in this purport. So this is the conclusion of this verse and purport. So anybody has any question regarding that, or any comments or any addition to that? Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
I was just trying to realize your explanation and trying to get into it. Yeah, because it's so deep, it's very, very difficult to digest. Anyway, I could understand how the reciters are selected. They are actually, so they are the person who actually glorify the Lord.
Yeah.
So here we can see Shuta, Magadha, and Bandi, how they
Hmm.
glorified King
Yeah.
Prithu before he exhibited his own potency.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
yeah, so it's very nicely explained, Prabhuji.
So
Thank
that's
you
why
so much.
King Prithu take an objection to that
Yeah.
recitation. So I have not started my duty. How we can
Yeah.
explain, how we can glorify me? That's why he took an objection. And later on, no, he took an objection only, but they continued to glorify him. But he never stopped them to glorify him, but they continued to glorify him.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Yeah,
That's
this is the, yeah,
These are qualities of the real
qualities. Yes,
devotee.
yes. Foretold. The qualities are the Prithu Maharaj foretold by these professional reciters.
Yes. Prabhuji, just a question, you referred the section from Krishna book. Which was that one? 86 you said, no?
I think the Krishna book, it is 89, sorry. It is 89.
No, 89.
89, page number 741.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Prabhupada has explained it. Yeah. Yeah, he has explained who is a Brahmavadi. Brahmavadi also a devotee of the Lord, but only thing they have more to the Vedic rituals than to the realization of the Bhagavan. They are more to that actually. They are also devotee of the Lord.
Right,
So
thank
then,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Another thing was talking about how he also respected the woman and this his one wife.
Yes.
It's very, very important. It's not like the one-sided. It's very, very much equal. Equilibrium in all senses.
Yeah.
There is no distinction, as Chanukar Pandit explained. It is not like that you just become one-eyed. You should be balanced. Both eyes should
his own
work
wife
simultaneously.
has the other half of his body. His own wife has the other half of his body.
That's also that quality also very being highlighted.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Vaikuntheswar Prabhu.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Thank you
Very much for your clear explanation. Especially, I like the references to the praises, the professional praisers. They are not just ordinary people.
They are not ordinary. They are demigod.
Demigod qualities. I was not aware of that. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, just wanted to understand. Prabhupada sometimes he uses this word Brahmavadi to refer to the impersonalists, and sometimes he uses the word Mayavadi. So just wanted to understand. Difference. I just wanted to understand the difference between the two.
Now the sages, earlier they were all the Brahmavadis. No, after Bhrigu Muni's explanation to them, who is the supreme, they become the real Vaishnava, they become the devotee of the Lord, they become the realization of the Bhagavan. Bhagavan realization, come to the stage of Bhagavan realization. The Brahmavadi can be transformed into Bhagavan realization. Brahmavadi cannot be only a Brahmavadi, but they can also come to the stage of Bhagavan realization. That's what Prabhupada trying to say. They may be impersonalists, they may be impersonal, but they may realize soon the Bhagavan aspect of the Lord. So Prabhupada sometimes he explains that impersonalists are mainly the materialistic people, or those who are more concerned about the material aspect of the universe. The impersonalist can also become the devotee, the realization of the Bhagavan at the later stage. It's only by the association of the devotee. Bhrigu Muni, with Bhrigu Muni's association, other stages have become, from the impersonal stage, they become to the Bhagavan realization. They came to Bhagavan. That's what Prabhupada explains in the Krishna book. Is it all right?
Yes, Prabhuji, you have very nicely explained.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Some impersonality, they remains as an impersonalist. Some person will transformed by the association of the great devotees, and they will come to the stage of Bhagavan realization.
Mm.
Because Bhrigumuni had the real experience by his example, and he explained to other sages, the other sages, they were the impersonalists, and they later on become the realization of this Bhagavan. They become real Vaishnavas.
So association is most important.
Yeah, most
That's
important.
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, you will remain as impersonalist. You may remain as a materialist. You, as a Brahmavadi, you remain as a Brahmavadi. Brahmavadi more, they give more importance to Vedic rituals, Vedic performances, and everything. That's all. They don't go beyond the Brahman realization.
Yeah, we can see the Vedic example, 4 Kumaras.
Yeah, 4 Kumaras. Yes.
So all this being turned into,
Yeah. So later on, Prithu Maharaj meets one of the 4 Kumaras, and he really start worshipping them. So in the later chapter, we can see that.
Yes.
So, yeah. So Supreme Personality, God himself is worshipping the Kumaras.
Yeah, it is there in the city.
So many stories are coming from these follows, actually. The activities of the Prithu Maharaj, and how he does the horse sacrifices, and why Indra is every time he stops it doing the sacrifices. So many things will come. The Brahma will come and pacify Prithu Maharaj. So many things are going to happen in later chapter and later verses, actually. We'll come to realize who is the characteristics of Prithu Maharaj later on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for the good explanation. I think on this point, Prabhupada is on the 3 aspects of Brahman, Paramatma,
and Bhagavan.
And Prabhupada is clearly told to explain it that Bhagavan is the highest realization.
Yeah, highest. Yes,
and they have got incomplete information about the Supreme Lord.
Yeah.
That's why
at the Brahman stage they don't have. At the Brahman stage is incomplete. Once you reach the Bhagavan stage only, that's complete realization.
And one who has got the concept of Bhagavan, he has concept of all the other 2 automatically. Because
yes, definitely. So Brahmavadis are in the lower stage, actually. That's impersonal, the lower stages. But by the association, they are also devotees of the Lord. The Brahmavadis, you cannot reject them. They are also the devotees of the Lord. That's why Prithu Maharaj took the advice of the Brahmavadis to govern the universe. So, but Prabhupada also mentioned in Krishna book how the Brahmavadis can turn to be a real devotees by the association. By the association of the Bhrigu Muni, they become the devotees of the Lord. They become the realization Supreme Personality of God. They become the Bhagavan realization. Come to the state of Bhagavan realization.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you very much. Anyone else?
Complex situation, complex subject is to understand. The missing point is association. Everybody knows Sat Chit, but to get that Anand form, you need the association. Without that, you are up to the Sat and Chit state.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Srila Gurudev ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Gaura Premanande.
Hare Bol.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki Jai.
Jai.
His Grace Venkateswar Prabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
All the devotees ki
Jai. Gaur Premanande.
Hari Hari.
Bol.